Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Red Bull Honda for round number 3 here in this season for the Chinese Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, because in that episode, Verstappen got injured, and we had to sub in our reserve driver, Antoine Hubert, alongside Pierre Gasly. It was a double French lineup there. Verstappen is still injured. I think he will be fine, maybe for China, but he might be a little bit on the lower side, because obviously with the way the mod works, actually, it's kind of unique compared to the base game. The driver form really matters a lot, and how the driver performs matters a lot to how, how well he is, basically, in terms of the star percentage, how good he is. That's the word I'm looking for. So Verstappen, even though he'll recover maybe, I think he'll not be the same Verstappen we had going into, pre-accident, basically. He'll have to build up that pace again and build up that form, essentially, and confidence in a way. So we're going to have to see how it goes, and we might need to kind of basically de facto demote him in a way, because contractually he's the first driver, but I might need to demote him from that, basically, and just be like, okay, no, we're going to give you equal cars. We might even give Gasly a bit of a better car until you get up to speed and warrant giving you the better car again, because if Gasly's got the better pace, then it's better if he gets the better car slightly, because then he can do the much better job of trying to take down what is a very OP Lewis Hamilton at this stage of the season, really. But we're going to look through then the mail and see what's what. We've got an interview with MTV Sport. Verstappen had to apologise after... That's interesting that Verstappen had to apologise for soaking someone in champagne, considering he wasn't there. I'm going to say that, but, that doesn't make any sense, but there you go. Crash heavy Dubai. There was a lot of crashes in Dubai, and we got a brand new engine that's been made, so that's very, very nice. So we've already got maybe a better engine than we have. Yeah, that is a much better engine now, and we've got, what is that, for each... I don't know why it's giving me a plus symbol, because that's already been done, minus 2 days on the build time, but there you go. So, designing new part, what should we make next? I reckon we should go suspension, because we haven't done much iteration on that. We got one more to get till great, so let's work with that. So, we're going to go for plus 25, and then we've got 15 to the max, 20, build time plus 2 days, but that's alright. So that'll be a 1157. Is there anything better? 1157, 1152, 1172, but that's a risk level, so not going to go with that. Does this make a difference? 142, 157. That's the best one. So that'll be done 4 days before the Grand Prix, so that's pretty sweet. So 850k. Spend that. Thank you very much. Pit crew, let's have a look here. They're not too worn out, actually. We'll swap in level 19, give him a rest. 0.2 we can swap in there. The front jack, rear jack guys are okay. Actually, this rear jack guy could do a bit of a rest. And then the fixing guys are okay. We haven't had to fix a single part yet in this season. Oh, we got a level 18 though. Let's hire him. And we got a level 17 there as well. That'll be very useful for later on in the season. And also because we've got a ton of money, and the pit crew really isn't that expensive in this mod. So we can go ahead and purchase all those guys. We'll reject these guys. Don't need them. And I will slot in with these new people. We've got level 19. He's 0.5, but that's pretty... Actually, wait. Should we rest? Nah, 0.5 is fine. So let's swap him back in. 17. And then we got this 18 guy we just hired. So let's swap him in and give him a bit of a rest. And I guess we can do the same thing with the... actually, you know what? I'm going to bring this level 18 guy back and take out this dude, because he's 0.1 compared to 0.3. So that's pretty damn good. We've got a lot of people in recovery. We've got a big pit crew staff. I don't know if that's really going to hamper our finances that much. It apparently is, because our income per race is not very grand. I might need to fire some of these guys, because they're some of them are just dead wood. Like this guy. I mean, oh, he's good on front jack. But we've got 2 guys who are good on front jack. So let's fire this dude. Don't need you. Who else needs to be fired, to be honest? We only need like 4 good pit crew to go, to be honest. So I'm going to fire this dude. Sorry, mate. Don't need you. 18, 19, 18, 18. Let's say we need 1 spare. We need a front jack, a rear jack man. So pretty much that's all we've got there. So finance-wise, obviously we're yet to even get a sponsor though, remember. We need to re-sign a sponsor. And here we go. 6 sponsors. So slot 5. Let's have a look here. So fixed pay per race. Now, see, last time, I can't remember what, as my voice goes, I can't remember what the upfront pay. Let me quickly check what my upfront payment was, because all three of these were upfront payments last time. I want to check if we're getting a better deal, perhaps. Right, I've had a look at it there. I've got it open on my second monitor here. So basically, Google was the best one, which was 6.688 thousand, so like 6.6 million basically. So let's top this up and see how it goes. That was for 15 races. So let's see, 424k per race over 13 races is 5.5, so that's less. We got 4.4 though over there. Is that any better? Times 13, that is 5.7 million per race. That's for 2 races less though. So if we did, you know, if we just times it by 15, let's see if that's gonna make, oh, why am I can't type it into my calculator. Times 15, and that's gonna be 6.6, give or take 88,000. So Curb here is pretty much the same as Google, give or take 88,000, but I'd rather, if you see what I mean, it's beneficial to have a fixed pay per race because you have a steady stream of money rather than just having a lump sum, because we've already got a lump sum. We don't need more lump sum. We just need steady income for the season. And then this one is 464,000. Over 15 races is 6.9. So this is a better deal, but this is a deal length of 19 races, so you actually get more money in the long run. Obviously, though, even over 15 races, we get more money than Google. So we're going to accept this offer. This is the better offer compared to Google. So that's me on the side. It's not a very attractive-looking sponsor, but to be fair, it just lines up with that red stripe, so you can't even see it. So it's pretty sound, actually. And then slot 4 is Liquimolly? I don't know. Sony, and then Zepter. How long have we got for Panasonic? 4 races for this deal for 5th or above. So I don't really need these 2, to be honest. I'm going to go with this one. That's an upfront payment. That also expires in 1 race. So we could also just wait and see, really. Because I'd rather wait and see. Because waiting and seeing is beneficial because it improved this deal. So I may as well just wait for this one as well. So yeah, we're just going to chill out. Finance-wise, we're back to 1.1. Obviously, we're going to get money from Dietrich as well. So that's all fine. So, and it's not like we're in financial trouble. So we can wait 1 more race for another sponsor deal to come up. So let's just move on then. Design that suspension. Apparently, we've got an email now. Max is feeling better. He's fully recovered from his dislocated shoulder. Although he's still, does it? Oh, no, okay, that went away. For a second, it still had the badge that said he was injured. No, okay, look, to be fair, actually, no, he's not actually dropped any stars, actually. He's come back to where he was. Pierre's still not where he was. You remember going into this season, Gasly was 4 and a bit stars, I'm pretty sure, and Max was 4.5. Max is now 4 and a bit, so he's dropped a little bit off that accident. For some reason, I don't know what happened. Gasly's now down to 3 and a bit, and I don't know what went wrong. Because I'm pretty sure we had an email about him, but all my emails have been wiped from previous episodes. I'm pretty sure in pre-season, there was something about Gasly having some sort of trait that meant his stats went down for a few weeks, and I don't know when they're going to recover. Driver details. Media trained. See, look here. Successful musician. That was it. So we're 55% through there. So I don't know. Like, we've had how many weeks? I want to say, like, so maybe in 2 races' time, Gasly will return to 4 and a bit stars, hopefully. But for now, annoyingly, he's down because of this stupid trait of successful musician. He's pursuing music on the side, which is really annoying. And then Verstappen's all back to health, fearless, adding 1 to braking, but he's all fine. He was 4.5, so he's lost a little bit from the accident, but still not too bad. So actually, we may not, I don't think we should demote him, because Gasly, on paper, is not there yet, even though, to be fair, Gasly's done a good job. So actually, I think we'll just give them equal cars. From my side, that's the best way to go forth. We'll give them equal cars for this race, see what they do. Obviously, we can't give them bang-on equal cars, because I don't have equal engines, but you know what I mean. Also, I just remembered, I forgot to do any work on reliability on this engine, and I really should have. So let's remove all these. Let's add just the engine on. Let's go all the way there to 1 hour before the race. I'm going to remove that out of performance. We're improving both brakes. That's fine. We're improving both gearboxes. That's cool. We got 1 slot left, so I'll add on. Well, should I add on this engine? Yeah, I'll add on this engine, and we'll move forward then. So we got design. Suspension's being built now. So is that the better suspension? Yes, it is. So I'll add that onto reliability as well. I'll move this forward to one day before the Grand Prix. I'll leave that for now in terms of actually doing any performance stuff on it. So, what else should we build now? What are we weak at? Gearbox. We're first place in brakes. Front wing still weak. Rear wing is still weak. We're still only third in the rear wing department. Have we made a great rear wing yet? I'm not too sure. No, we've made a good rear wing. So let's make a great rear wing now. So we've got 25 to max. We've got 20. That's 106.7, 107.2, 107.7, and then 117, and then that's a risk level, so I don't want to do that. So I could just do 2 goods, but to also unlock the next iteration of Epic, I need to have a great part, really. So I'm just going to have to go with this, really. Minus 50 in reliability. That's fine, though. That'll get done 8 days after the Grand Prix. So this is now's the time where the parts start to take a little bit longer. So this is where we get bogged down a little bit with making parts now. It's been pretty rapid so far, but now it will slow down. But going to move then towards Beijing, the Chinese Grand Prix. Panasonic there. Tire selection, medium. We'll take in a few super softs. We'll take in a lot of softs. China, though, is quite tricky on tyre wear, so I'll take in a good even spread, I think, of tyres. But I'll go with soft tyres being the longer, the tyres we have most of. Brakes, I'm going to say we'll give back to Verstappen. Engine, I'm going to give Gasly the better engine, but Verstappen's going to have that one. He's content right now. Front wing, you can have the better one. So right now it's Verstappen, Gasly, Verstappen, Gasly. Verstappen can have the rear wing, and then Gasly can have the suspension, but both are getting upgraded, and both of them are delighted. So, in fact, that's worked out pretty damn well. We've gone alternative, you know, Gasly, Verstappen, Gasly, Verstappen, Gasly, Verstappen. They're both happy, so that's pretty much the best I could have hoped for. So let's get into practice then, see how we do, and then move into the race. Right, going to put Max and Gasly back in the car. Max, obviously, is returned to the car, so it makes sense to put him in. Hubert did a great job. You know, excellent reserve driver, but obviously he's a reserve driver. It's raining right now at the start of this session, so it's going to be a bit pointless maybe for the start of it, but setup-wise, we'll obviously do work there and then get cracking on the race trim stuff. I'm going to send them both out quickly on an intermediate stint because it's raining right now, but I may as well do some setup work and see how the setup is over this one lap then. So they go out, and let's hope it's a good one. And let's see if the Verstappen comes back from the injury all okay, is able to get a setup pretty quickly like he used to, because we had a good streak of last few episodes of the end of last season with Red Bull, where Verstappen just kept on liking the setup straight away. This is not the case this time. They both don't really like it amazingly, so we've got some work to do, especially with Verstappen there. Going to see how that goes. There's more towards acceleration and higher downforce. I don't know if that's necessarily the way he wants to go, but we'll see. Gasly likes where his downforce is at, which is quite low. So we'll see. Handling-wise, though, not too sure. I'm going to say towards understeer because that's what we're doing for Verstappen as well. So I'd be surprised if it's not going to be that way as well. And I'll go for a little bit towards acceleration. 4 laps, inters, let's go. Right, Gasly, generally that was the wrong way to go then. Well, actually, he didn't really respond too much to the handling difference. So we can go back to that. Assume that maybe he wants a longer gearbox then. And bring this down to just a smaller... Actually, you know what? We can bring that back. Handling-wise, though, I don't know. He wants it maybe in the middle of both these two. So maybe something like that might be the one. I'm not too sure. Let's try that out for size and see how that goes. It's going to stop raining soon, so I'm going to go for an 8-lap stint on the soft tyres. 38 laps, 49. Yeah, I think probably we're going to use the middle compound tyre once again. Send him out. Verstappen now, because Gasly didn't respond to a smaller gearbox ratio, I don't think Verstappen is either. Nope. See, I knew it. There we go. So I'm going to revert back to where we were, 84%. The handling was the correct way to go, but the top-end speed needs to go way more top-end speed. So he wants all the way over here, pretty much. And then for downforce, way lower downforce. So let's try that out. 8 laps and softs. Go, go, go. Both will get the race trim knowledge. Both will get the soft tire knowledge pretty simply then. And we're all good for the race tomorrow. And then it's just about trying to nail this setup again. Like I think someone said, you know, because we don't need to do quality trim stuff we can try and concentrate on nailing the setup as best we can. Obviously, though, the thing is this game is very, very fiddly, and a lot of the times it's a little bit unintuitive in terms of the way the setups go compared to what the racetrack looks like if you just look at it, and also what kind of makes sense from the real world stuff. So it's sometimes a bit difficult to completely nail it every single time, but obviously we'll try our best. But for now, just watch them go around and do their thing for now. We're just going to tick over to level 3 then. It's now starting to rain again, so it's going to be raining right at the end of the session. So actually it's time to just come in and just sit in the garage basically and just hope that the setups now are all good as we got the knowledge for the race. 2 excellents and a great. That's looking good. What percentage is that going to be then for Gasly? 98. That's definitely a lot more what we want. So now just wait for Verstappen to come in, and then we can just sit and just chill. 2 goods and an excellent. Okay, not so much. We need to do a bit more work on Verstappen. 90%. He's really... Dude, you've come back, and you're just not the same guy. You used to be the easy one in terms of setups, and now you're just being a diva about it. So, good. So, somewhere in the middle there is going to be what we need. So, something like that, maybe. Is that going to be... No. Something like that. Is that going to be halfway? No, that's not halfway. A little bit less. There, that's about halfway. So I think that should be excellent. Handling-wise, we're fine. Top-end speed, though, good and good. So again, somewhere in the middle there is going to be what we need. So something like that might be it, or just a twitch more, like there, and then adjust that. Okay, I think that will be the setup. Let's do a quick lap. Inters, please, Verstappen, say you like this setup at the end, because we've only got 4 minutes left. There we go. That's more like it. 3 excellents. Nailed it at the end. Verstappen is back, I think, people. 3 excellents. Let's see. I'm looking forward to this now. Both have good setups. I'm confident again in Gasly's abilities. And Verstappen, he's coming back off the injury. He needs to show himself that he can still do the job because, you know, that was a bad crash. And that was his mistake, really, because I literally put it down to conserve and then he crashed. So he needs to prove that he can do the job again. Let's see, though. Where are we on the grid? P6. Oh, we've been screwed over. P16 and 17. That is going to be a comeback drive and a half then. Where is Hamilton? Hamilton is behind us in 21st. So at least we got that going for us. Hamilton's 21st. But, wow, 16th and 17th. That is a crushing random grid slot. In terms of the entire grid, let's have a look here. Magnussen, Sainz, Grosjean, Markelov, Chilton, Stroll, Alonso, Perez, Kubica, Vettel. So Vettel's got a little bit luckier this time. Bottas, Hulkenberg, Ricardo. The guy who apparently I should say Auer. It's Lucas Auer. You know what? If it's Auer, just spell it as Auer. Andrew Lotra, Verstappen, Gasly, Ericsson, Raikkonen, Russell, Hamilton, the B-Tech Ericsson, Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc. So, it's not too bad considering where our rivals are, I guess. In terms of the knowledge, soft tire and race trim, no-brainer. I don't think it's going to be raining in this race, I don't think. And that's the only tire knowledge we have. But in terms of the setup and the strategy today, I think easy one-stop on soft tires should be very doable. We can push a little bit harder if we need to on the soft tires as well. So it gives us a bit of leeway as well. And then with Gasly, his tire wear is not as good. So he's definitely going to have to do a one-stop on soft tires. But both on softs, I think this could be a good strategy. Hopefully, I don't know. I think Hamilton's starting on mediums, so he might go to super softs at the end. So he's going to be OP as ever, and will probably attack us at the end. But we can't do much about that, so let's just get into it. All right, here we go, boys. To 5 red lights to the Chinese Grand Prix from 16th and 17th on the grid. 5 red lights are out. We're on the way to stonking start for Gasly, but then Verstappen comes back, and Gasly gets bogged down into turn 1. Oh, so much traffic there. We've got Auer in the Mercedes just ahead of us, and oh, Verstappen's gone off. He's gone off. Has he changed as a driver? He's made a huge mistake, a huge prolific mistake that I don't think would happen usually. Is he? I don't think he's the same Verstappen. He might have got the setup right, but that is not the same Verstappen we had before the crash. I think he's been severely affected by it. He's not driven too well there. That was just a bad turn 1. Gasly's P18 then. Come on, lad. Let's get up some places. Got to use ERS as well once we can on lap number 2. Here we go. Get ready for it. Blast of ERS. And we're going to use it there. And the same for Verstappen. Use all of it pretty much into turn 1. Try and save a little bit more later for on. But we're going to keep on pushing on the fuel because we know we have good fuel to save it later. So right now, 3 wide, P15. Down the inside, look at the... Oh my god, this is such a big gaggle of cars here. This is a nightmare to get through in terms of traffic. Then look at the amount of people gaining. Vettel's crashed. Where on earth? Oh, he's gone off there. He's over there. He's crashed into the wall. Done a bit of a Germany there. Into the gravel and the wall. Gasly's finding it tricky to get past these guys. Come on, use a bit more ERS. Oh, getting bogged down behind the Renault. Oh, bit of a mistake there around the outside of the Oh, no. Suspension damage. I think he crashed with the Alpine car. Okay, we've got to bail, make an early pit stop now for Gasly. That's really frustrating. He's got a drive-through penalty as well. It's a very, very difficult situation now for Gasly. This is really not what we needed. Right, we're going to pit in for a set of... another set of softs. This is really no... fix the part. Battery charge. Oh, dear Lord. This has just gone from bad to worse. Verstappen's down in last place. Okay, not anymore. He's gained 2 positions, but he was last place. And Gasly now has a drive-through and has to make an extra pit stop. This is just not what we needed. Right, he's made his pit stop, but he now needs to do a drive-through later on, though, as well. So that's going to be really not great. Driving mistake again for Verstappen. He's P18 only, so not doing a fabulous job. And Gasly's done his drive-through, and he's slap bang in second last place, I believe that is. So that's not great. And Hamilton's all the way up into P9 already. Fantastic. Verstappen's P15, closing up to an Alpine racing car. Going to try and use some ERS off the last corner, get past P14. And the Renault P13, use a bit more blast of ERS, maybe catch right up to this tail P12 of Bottas in the Renault. Hamilton's up into P6 though, and the Renault comes back at us there, and we get re-overtaken for P14. It's really been a bit of a disaster race, I can't lie. Right, sit rep. Verstappen overtaking for P13. That's Lotra. Both Renaults are still ahead of us now. And they're actually finding some good pace to attack Chilton and Alonso up ahead. Hamilton's now P5, so that's bloody brilliant. He's the lead car that's not on super softs there. So, once again, he's doing the job. Gasly's still 23rd. He's still catching up to the pack, basically. So, it's not exactly great times. All right, Gasly's P22... Right, Gasly's P21 now. He's caught up to the train of Hulkenberg, Norris, Ericsson, Russell, Raikkonen. So if he can do some passing there and get up into these P15 or something like that. Verstappen's P11, chasing after Ricciardo. We're now full out attack because the tyres were underheated, so we've got a lot of tyre temperatures to play around with. We set a fast up the Grand Prix, use ERS, try to get around Ricciardo. Hasn't worked out. We'll go neutral now because we don't want to wear out the tyres too much. But he's got past there in Sector 2. Verstappen finally in the points-paying positions there, so that's looking good. Hamilton, though, P4. Leclerc, P5. Still got a lot of work to do. Well, we've got a long Grand Prix ahead of us. 48 laps to be exact. Meanwhile, Gasly is over here. P20. Let's use some ERS. Try and close up here. Come on, get past him. There we go. Much better. Right, let's go neutral and push on. Right, people are pitting from their super soft, so we'll get up the order a little bit. So maybe time to push a little. Right, Sainz's pits. We're now going to be up into P8. Perez will pit probably. Bottas will as well. Stroll's pit and got ahead of us, so he's done really well. Stroll on the Racing Point car. Gasly, where is he? P18, getting past that. McLaren, come on, use ERS on the exit. Come on, man, get past him. Don't waste this ERS. There we go. Come on, lad. P15, that's good. Overtook Raikkonen, that was. No, Ericsson. Now we'll chase after Raikkonen and try and get him soon enough. Meanwhile, Verstappen, P7 now. He's got past Perez. Can he get past Lance Stroll? Go on, son. ERS it off the exit. There we go. Past Lance Stroll. Fresher softs. That's good. And Bottas will pit ahead of us. And so we're up into P5 now. So it's looking a little bit better now for Verstappen. But Hamilton's now P1. And he's probably just going to pull away now in P1. So I think our aim is to try and catch back up to Leclerc. Magnussen's crash, yellow flags, no safety car though. So we continue ploughing on with Gasly. Let's try and get past Raikkonen if we can. Let's go a bit more aggressive, please. Come on. There we go. Nice. We can obviously afford to go a bit faster with Gasly maybe on these tyres because we'll pit a little bit later. For probably maybe a set of supers off, so I might even go for at the end of this race with Gasly, to be honest. I can't lie. Right, we're P3 with Verstappen because I think one more person pits. And now we're trying to pursue and chase after Leclerc, who is a few seconds down the road. We're setting purple in the second sector, so doing well, but the tyre temps are now creeping up, so let's bring those back down a little bit, please. We set fast up the Grand Prix, so Hamilton, Verstappen trading fastest laps. Gasly's just doing his thing still, P13, trying to catch up to Ericsson now in the Porsche, I think that is. Let's go high and high, try and really catch him up, please. Worn tyres for Verstappen, that's fine. For now, we're just concentrating on Gasly. There we go, get away from Ericsson with ERS. Let's go back to conserve. We'll keep on high, though. Right, Verstappen, mate. Let's start pushing in like a stabbed rat, please. Right, Verstappen's going to come in for a set of Soft tyres. I think the softs can't go to the end. 28 laps. That's more of a two-stop. But we won't have pace on mediums. I'm going to go aggressive. We may as well. We're not going to lose anything. Let's face it. We're not catching Hamilton this race, so may as well go aggressive on a two-stop with both drivers and just go for it, really. So pit stop. Good. Good pit stop. Lovely. Right, come out. Let's go medium fuel. Full out attack on the exit, though. And ERS. Right, worn tyres for Gasly. We're pushing in now on this lap for a pit stop, I think, or maybe in the next 2 laps, maybe. Right, if Gasly pits now, he should just about get to the end on soft tyres. 38 laps. It's going to be close, I think, but we're going to have to push Gasly a little bit less now in this second stint, but we should be able to do it. So let's push in, and we're in for the pit stop, please. Good pit stop. Yep, no mistake there. Lovely. Pit crew being very good this episode. Right, go medium and go neutral. We're not going to push these tyres. We just need to get to the end now. We're P13. Some people yet to pit. We should be able to get into the top 10 with Gasly there. No problem. We're going auto for him, actually. And for Verstappen, we saved up a lot of ERS. Let's go high, and we'll go ERS on the exit here. And let's try and push on, catch up to that Ferrari car, please. All right, we're past Leclerc. We just overtook him there. Hulkenberg's crashed in the same place that Vettel did. No safety car or anything, though. Verstappen's now up to P3. We're chasing after Lance Stroll. And then Hamilton's a whopping 32 seconds afterwards. Meanwhile, Gasly's closing up on Grosjean, both also on this new set of softs there. So let's push a little bit and try and close up, but not pushing too much because we definitely need to stretch Gasly, whereas Verstappen, we've got one more pit stop to make, I think. Right, sit rep, lap number 40. We are in P2 right now. Lance Stroll is P1. New game plan. We are going to take these tyres to the end of the Grand Prix with Verstappen. I've decided this is the only chance we have of having P1 and trying to control the race with Verstappen. So we're going mega conserve now, and we're going to end this Grand Prix with Verstappen. Hamilton's down in P6. Gasly is P12. I'm hoping Perez pits, Leclerc pits, we can get up into P9, hopefully, eventually. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, no places gained there with Sainz making a pit stop. So, yeah, I think our only bet is Perez and Leclerc going behind us, basically, and we need to overtake Grosjean eventually as well. Right, lap 45. Verstappen's P1. Hamilton is 4.4 seconds behind. He's just taken out 2 seconds of us in that one lap, basically. So he's pushing very hard on super softs. We've got ERS to use. We've got some tyre wear, but not a lot. We've got some fuel as well that I'm using, but I'm also save up as well. Gasly situation. He's P10 now. He's in the points. He's still trying to close down Grosjean. And I don't think we'll gain any more positions. So we're just going to get 1 point with Gasly, maybe 2, if we can get Grosjean eventually here. Let's push a little bit and try and get him. Meanwhile, Verstappen, let's just focus on him then and see how this goes. 5.1 the gap, so we're actually building a bit of a gap to Hamilton as he slows down a little bit. I'm guessing he's on medium right now. Oh, what the? A panel just came off the front wing. What? Okay, Gasly's front wing's now very iffy. I don't know what happened. He hasn't crashed. Did he? Oh, he might have crashed with Grosjean because he's P9 now, but he crashed. Just keep going like you are, Gasly, for now. We'll monitor the situation. All right, sit rep, 12 laps to go. Verstappen's still P1, 2.2 ahead of Hamilton. We've got to save some fuel, though, at some point, and Hamilton's on medium, so we'll go medium as well. Gasly's P9 still, so he's still ahead of, he's still got 2 points here to his name. He's closing up on Sainz. He's actually got okay pace here, and the front wing is now 6% though, so that's getting very iffy, and will probably come off very soon. So, going to go full out attack now, overtake mode, or high mode, and we're going to have to come in for an extra pit stop here, but may as well full out attack this at least right now. Meanwhile, oh dear, Verstappen, having been looking at that, we're still trying to save some fuel, but the gap is now 1.2. Desperate times, going to have to push a little bit. Blue flag car, get out of the way, please. Get out of the way, mate. Right, Gasly, going to have to pit him onto super softs. He's up into P8. He's overtaking Carlos Sainz, but that front wing's going to fall off at any moment now, 6%. So we're going to come in on this lap, use all the ERS into the pits, please, mate. And then Verstappen is just about holding on. 1.6 the gap right now as we've been pushing the tyres a little bit more. We've got 9 laps left to go, though. 39% tyre wear. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And Hamilton's pushing the fuel. And I don't know if I can afford to put... I'm going to have to just match him, basically, and hope that he has to save fuel eventually as well. Gasly's in, though, for his pit stop. And it's a good pit stop. No mistake there for him, but he's out in P11 now. But now, mate, it's your turn just to push like a stabbed rat. Full out attack mode. Use auto ERS. Try and get back into the points, mate. Meanwhile, 2 seconds the gap to Hamilton. Just about controlling this. Come on, Verstappen. Come on, mate. I believe in you. race back after the injury. What a story this would be. All right, Hamilton's very close. Hamilton's within 1 second. It's very, very close. We're pushing fuel again. Every time I save fuel, he comes back in, and then we have to save fuel again. It's really quite frustrating. Medium, let's go pushing on the tyres a little bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. He's pushing on the tyres as well. He's on super softs though, so surely they wear out faster than us. I don't know. We have to stay in first, otherwise we're screwed. Oh, Ericsson crashed. Ericsson in the Alfa Romeo has crashed. No yellow, no safety car, just yellow flags again. 1.5 the gap, so we're pulling away again from Hamilton a little bit now. And we're actually going to close up to Gasly eventually. Gasly's just there. You never know. Let's see. But Gasly's right behind Perez, I think. 1 second, yeah. So we're going to get at least 1 point with Perez, with Gasly maybe. Maybe could also try and catch Lotra by the end of this. Once we're on lap 60, I think I'll just push flat out with Gasly and not care about his tyre overheating. Meanwhile, with Verstappen, we're still doing a good job on the tyres. 29% wear. We're getting close now, but let's use high fuel now. We can do. We can afford to. Come on. Stay the course, mate. Stay the course. Stay the course. Right, lap 60. Let's push like a stab rat. Come on. Gasly, go, go, go. Try and get Perez. Try and get Lotra. Hamilton's pit. Hamilton's pit. Yes, I knew he couldn't do it. I knew he couldn't do it. Right, conserve, mate. Conserve. High fuel. We got this. 21 seconds. 3 laps. He's not catching that. I knew he was going to pit. I thought that tyre wear was too low. That was way too low. And for Gasly, P10, he's overheating his tyres. We're trying to catch up to Lotra. Perez is already pit, so we're already into the points here. Let's use ERS on this straight, man. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. Let's go, go, go. Catch. Come on, Gasly. Come on. Gaining. There we go. Up into P9. Good stuff there, mate. Good stuff. Let's go high. Push to the end. And Verstappen, 17 seconds he's got on Hamilton. He's doing well, mate. He's doing so well. Right, last lap of the Grand Prix, mate. Just bring it home. Bring it home, please. And Gasly's P9. He's 2 seconds back from Sainz. But it's just not going to be enough time, I don't think. Meanwhile, for Verstappen, it's going to be bringing this home on his return to F1. Here we go. Verstappen wins the Chinese Grand Prix. First win of the season to Verstappen. Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Kind of almost unfortunate. I doubted you ever at the beginning there, mate. But, you know, you got to cut me some slack. And in the last lap, Gasly's overtaken Sainz. What a move there, son. Great stuff there to get back into P8 despite that extra pit stop with the front wing off. Absolutely great stuff there, actually. He's done mega. I didn't think he was going to overtake Sainz there to get back into his P8 where he was in before the extra pit stop. So, wonderful stuff there from Gasly. What could have been, really, for Pierre? Because he basically made 2 extra pit stops in that race, which is a bit of a shame. But Verstappen, what a great job. Return to the team after injury. P1. That's how you do things, mate. That's how you do things. So, GMA, let's see if anyone broke any rules there. We move in, and it's first place. Hamilton gets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, though, so he gets 2 more points. So, he reduced the gap. So, we only gained 5 points on him, effectively. But, obviously, Verstappen never even scored any points. So, that's his first points of the season. And Gasly's P8. But there we go. That's good to see, though. First place. Hopefully, the first of many wins now for Verstappen and the team. He's straight back into P3 then, Verstappen. Hubert's down to P10 after missing that next race. And obviously, reserve driver, only 1 set of points. But Hamilton, 70. 34 points to close on him. But constructors-wise, we've gained a bit on Mercedes there. 19 points behind, so that's a lot better now. Right, here we go. 2.3 into the bank. Good stuff there. Still a good amount of money, despite not having that 6th sponsor that we didn't sign. And Verstappen's in a form of 9. So he's back to his old good self. And now I'm kind of just waiting for Gasly to recover from his successful musician career. And we'll have 2, you know, I'll be back with the pairing I've had and wanted from the start there. And I think we can do some good work at, you know, both attacking the Mercs and trying to get that #1 spot in the Constructors. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, subscribe for weekly formal content. I've been aarava. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.